The Pakistani democracy is only on paper. In fact, it is an authoritarian regime and what we call a hybrid regime where the military controls behind the scenes. Enforced disappearances are an issue in Pakistan. These are political prisoners, but they have no political representation because they're in secret prisons and where they're tortured, where they're sometimes even killed. I myself survived an abduction attempt like that. The Pakistani democracy is only on paper. In fact, it is an authoritarian regime and what we call a hybrid regime where the military controls behind the scenes, and the military is the one that is basically running the country, and the military does not want any kind of criticism, any kind of critical point of view because it's involved in a lot of abuse, human rights abuse. It's involved in businesses, it's involved in politics, which is not its mandate. And to hide all of that, it continues to silence any kind of dissent, any kind of free speech. Enforced disappearances are an issue in Pakistan, and earlier they were only an issue in the sort of outskirts or on the fringes of Pakistani areas. Geographically, it was not happening in mainstream Pakistan, but now we're seeing enforced disappearances happening in Punjab, enforced disappearances happening in Sindh. Of course, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan have always been people from there have always been victim of enforced disappearances. The reason why enforced disappearances are increasing, or this method is used by the military, again the military is involved in this, is because they do not have a justification for imprisoning people, so they just put them in secret prisons. The people go missing. They don't have there's no political sort of these are political prisoners, but they have no political representation because they're in secret prisons and where they're tortured, where they're sometimes even killed. I myself survived an abduction attempt like that, and I think it's about time that the international world and the international community question Pakistan's practices when it comes to making its own citizens disappear. We've seen that that the international world trades with Pakistan, the international world gives aid to Pakistan, but all of this trade or aid should be made conditional, first of all, to Pakistan sort of abiding by human rights values, international human rights values, and stopping the practice of enforced disappearances, and most importantly punishing those who are involved so that in future we do not have enforced disappearances anyway. The sad part in all of this is that enforced disappearances, the government has itself acknowledged that enforced disappearances happen. They've even set up a whole commission to investigate enforced disappearances, and they've accepted that people have gone missing. There have been also fingers pointed to the military's involvement in it, but as of yet no one has been punished. So it's about time that we should that some action should be taken against this phenomenon.